What's good? What's good? We got Parlay with us here. Hold on. Man, try again. Go live. There we go. What's good? What's good? What's good, people? It's Parlay with us here. Me, Mr. Beans. You got Hustle Stacks. You got Stony Crook and Sean Doe. We're bringing it to you guys live again, man. It's Parlay with us, man. And we bringing you guys a playoff preview, a NBA draft weekend recap, and we got a special guest that's gonna come on, as you can see. So yeah, man, let's get it started, man. What's good with you guys, fellas, man? How's everything going? How was y'all weekend so far? How's basketball, man? How y'all like what's going on, man?
Crazy, busy. It's been busy. It's been crazy. Like everything, man.
Everything been crazy.
Too much to keep up with.
Actually got off that Celtic game, watched that whole Bruin game.
Yeah. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I got to watch some of it too. I got to watch a little bit of it.
Shout out to my man. What's my man? Marshawn. What you call him? How you say his name? Stony, the other dude. How you say it?
What?
Marshawn and the Pasternak. yeah.
Pasternak. Yeah.
Marshawn and
Pasternak.
Pasternak.
Like one of the white dudes grew up in Charlestown, right?
More than likely.
Shout out to them. So what they looking like? What the Bruins is looking like? What's the
Brusk is holding it down. Pasternak ain't really doing much. The Brusk is holding it down. Marshawn, the Brusk.
Yeah.
Okay.
That young kid, that young kid Conley, they got, he pretty good.
Yeah, and the goalie, the best goalie in the NHL.
That goalie. Yeah, they bench my man. They bench my man.
They're doing a rotation.
I think they're gonna stick with Swayman going forward.
They stick with Swayman all the way.
Yeah,
I thought it was like
they have to. They have to.
Because they
have to.
I thought they was doing a rotation to keep them fresh.
No, they were.
They were doing that.
That's cool. Shout out to my nephew. What up, Kyle? What up, Kyle? All the way from TNT, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago. What up, Kyle, man? My nephew saying what's up to you guys.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm reserved, right? I'm on reserve with the Bruins because I've been through some shit.
We'll get into it as they go along.
So I'm lightly, checking them out. I'm not heavy vested in them right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not heavy vested, man. I was peaking yesterday, just peaking. I'm just being patient, man, because they burnt me, man, the last couple of years, man.
Right. I feel you.
All my energy, everything went into them, man. And man,
but Toronto's like,
especially last year.
If that's the case, you might as well turn the Celtics all the way off. If they bring the Bruins, you might as well turn the Celtics. Don't even watch the Celtics no more.
I mean, I know what
you need that tomorrow
Celtics,
for me to be comfortable.
But see, the real quick, the Bruins last year when they went up by a goal with like seconds left to advance, and then they let the Panthers score. I think it was the Panthers. They let them score, and then they went in OT. Yo, that shit was deflating, man. That was deflating.
Think about that shit. The Panthers, they get ready to eliminate the Lightning right now. So in the playoffs, Florida ain't nothing to fuck with, dog. I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, Florida's balling.
Yeah.
Right, they balling.
The Lightning. Oh yeah.
3-0 right now.
Yeah, the Lightning's not what they used to be.
The
Lightning was that squad.
Oh, that's some good take on the Bruins, man. I forgot that series was going on. I forget this is round. What's this, guys? Is this round one? Round one. Okay, round one of the Bruins playoff. And what's the game series right now? Is it tied?
3-1 Bruins.
3-1 Bruins.
Yeah, they're trying to eliminate these dudes.
They're trying to do their thing. All right. So yeah, but before we move on, man, I gotta do it.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But don't break.
Yeah. This is Parlay with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans here. You got Stony Crook, Hustle Stack, and Sean Doe. We back again live, giving you guys live all the time, man. That hot content on sports and entertainment. Today's topic, today's show, we're going to give you guys the NBA playoff and how the draft went down this weekend, the winners, the losers, what we think about that.
Shout out to the
and then we'll have our special guest, Moneycrooks, on the show in a little bit. So with that being said, let's get started with the Celtics, guys. Eastern Conference playoff. Let's start with the Eastern Conference. And we could start with the Celtics. You know, they had a dud on what day was that? Thursday night?
I
Was
agree
it
with
Thursday?
you. I think
No, it wasn't Thursday. It was Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, go ahead. Because they had to travel. That's right. Go ahead.
like Crook said, I believe that shit woke them up. After what I heard, Tatum say, Crook, when he said, yo, after that loss, Tatum was like, I can't wait to get on the plane and go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? When I heard him say that, I was like, all right, dog, they back on track. And then you got that clown with them fucking pigtails talking shit on the sideline.
With 2 buns, man. Like, I don't.
What we gonna
I
let
mean,
him get away
who
with
let
it?
him out the house like that? For one,
Dude, thanks for
I don't
sending
know.
that to me, Stacks. I put that post out there for those Parlay with Us fans and the Boston fans to see that, you know, he had to eat those words and we cooled off the heat. That was part of that post I put out there on our Twitter account. But yeah, we cooled them down. And
we can't play with these dudes, man. That's for him to be thinking everything is sweet like that. Like, yeah, we're gonna beat them, and like, come on, man, don't play with us like that, man. Like, you do talk out the side of his lips, man. And that's why
he wasn't even
need
playing.
to smack these dudes,
and he's not even
give them
playing
any chance of winning.
And he's not playing, right?
He do that shit every time.
No, he's out.
And a special shout out to Tyler Hero. Them shots ain't fall that day, did it?
They didn't fall because this dude was on his ass.
Like that whole, I'm telling you. Then he said to Pritchard, y'all, I'll meet you back in the
shout out to Pritchard. Let me
What are we doing with that?
Yo, Pritchard, shout out to Pritchard.
Yeah, he's
man.
out
Pritchard, he definitely ate his lunch, man.
Yeah, when Pritchard said to him, Pritchard was like, man, you whack, man. You overrated, dog. Like, you trash.
Nah, he just, my thing is, this is, you know what? And it's a big one. I'm not gonna, honestly, it is. I'm not taking anything away.
Like the defense.
You know what's so funny?
The defense showed up. That's what I was impressed with.
No, for sure, 100%. And I gotta get it out of my own personal space of, I seen what was going on game 2, like everybody else did, like with them not running them off the 3-point line, not contesting shots. And I'm not going front, man. That still didn't sit well with me even after that win. That being said, that's just me, my basketball fanatic, just me being like, bro, like, you didn't make no adjustments, but whatever. But it's so funny. So now I thought of it today. I talked to Stacks this morning after I got yesterday. But after I got off the phone, it was weird because I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm kind of glad game 2 happened. Seriously, I didn't even hear what Tatum said. I'm glad it happened for the fact that, this is not a fucking game, bro. Listen, right? You can't play with anybody, just not Miami, right. Anybody. Indiana, Milwaukee, especially New York, they're not fucking around. If you mean,
New York ain't. I seen
you ain't gonna play around with them. Trust me.
The way they playing,
we should coast through. I'm not saying sweep undefeated through the finals. I'm not saying that. But if we have that mentality, like you said, Crook, Stacks, Beans, on the group chat yesterday, we should get through the East in a nice fashion. You feel what I'm saying? We play how we played yesterday with that intensity. I'm not saying sweep through it. I'm just saying no series should go more than 6 going forward if we play the way we play. 5 or 6. I'm keeping it 100.
And remember, we have a new group too. It's a different group from last year. So this group is kind of adjusting to this playoff basketball and adjusting and this experience. Like that loss, they probably had to make adjustments themselves. But my favorite play yesterday was Pritchard. He got an offensive rebound. He went back up and made that basket. And just his emotion after that. Yeah. That's what I want to see from them dudes. I want to see that emotion. I want to see them. All them little key baskets and hustle play, them really getting into it, like real, just really in the game and showing that emotion. Yeah, I that was my favorite play yesterday, man.
No isolation. And guess what? That's why they came back yesterday. The same isolation ball.
Passes yesterday. He made a sweet pass to Hauser yesterday.
Yeah, he sure did. Shout out to Hauser for not sitting at that 3-ball line and hit him with that back cut.
Exactly. Moving around, the movement,
that cutting, that's the offense. We have it in us, and like I said, you guys are right. It can't be perfect every time, but it's just the effort that you give. If we lost game 2 when they were contesting those shots and they were still going in, not to keep going back to game 2. I told you guys going forward, so long as we play with that effort, we're just too talented to lose anybody
I think Missoula, that was the game plan game 2. I think they dared him to shoot them shots.
No, but you know what, Stacks, you did. You're right, but you know what they said. No, you're right.
They said it. Tatum said it.
No, you know what they said though. Missoula can't have that mentality because that's his philosophy. Scott was saying that where he'll let X, Y, Z shoot, but this is the playoffs. You can't have that same philosophy. It's not working. You got to adjust to that, and he did it, which is fine. We'll see going forward. I think he learned from that. I'm giving him credit because they didn't lay down. They came out game 3 and took care of business. We need this one tomorrow, though. I want another stomp out. Like you said, Stats, if they were up by 30, even if they went by 10, whatever. Maintain that, whatever dominance, whatever lead. Don't give these guys any room to kind of make it a back and forth game. Jump out quick. We need that game 3 and go up 3-1 for me to be comfortable, to be fair.
And they took great shots yesterday. They didn't force
great shots.
They took great shots. I mean, man, White made a nice key 3. Every time Miami made a little run, man, we come back with a 3
game. White had
Tatum with the 3-point plays. Oh man, yeah, they played that nice back. You remember they was kind of cold in the beginning, but that defense kept it the way the game went.
The defense went up a notch.
They made sure these dudes wasn't going to get off.
A notch. That
Miami team can't play with the Celtics anyway. This particular team. Now, if they had Rozier and Jimmy, it'd probably be a little different. But
a little closer.
It'll raise our intensity as well. I think our intensity would go up a little more.
Closer, but we still should beat that team. With that.
Yeah, we should have beat them every time we played them in the playoffs. Actually,
oh, definitely.
But that did think Jimmy makes them a little tougher.
Yeah, he does.
He makes them a little tougher.
He does, just being on the court. Yeah, he's their leader. He's the general. So yeah, definitely. But I think it'll raise our level. Our level will get raised as well.
Where we got, he's fearless. He'll take the ball, with 3 seconds on the clock and hit a 3 after he didn't hit a 3 for 2 quarters. And next thing you know,
but if he has that hairdo,
no way. I'm thinking, why do we do this? Why do we let him get away with dressing like a fucking a house party, fucking 1972 fucking shit.
I think that's the whole fucking NBA, if you ask me. I think they all do some weirdo shit, like dress up shit like that. You gotta see.
I don't know what that was about, man. That was kind of weird.
Yeah, but now all these niggas are putting their hair in ponytails. That's weird.
I don't know what that was about.
Coming into the games with them weird ass outfits on. I mean, that's
man. Like, dude, what about the dude that had that black submarine hoodie on yesterday?
I'm glad I don't watch the pregame shit.
So y'all real quick, dude, man, you look like a submarine. Like he had a hoodie with the diamonds around it. That shit was looking crazy.
Real quick, let me just do a quick thing. I always got to do the quick disclaimer. Please, guys, this is Parlay with Us. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Share this with everybody on your social media sites. Help us grow this channel, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. We are growing, but we're growing, but not as fast as we wanted to. So with the help of everybody out there who's out there and support us, please hit the like and subscribe. It helps the algorithm, it helps the channel. It costs nothing to do both. It costs nothing to subscribe,
$0,
or hit the like button, $0, and it helps us out. We here every Sunday and Thursday bringing you guys content from Parlay with Us, and we appreciate all the support that we get from everybody who tune in and jumping on the chat and stuff like that. Makes this show interesting. So once again, please hit the like and subscribe. This is Parlay with Us, man. We appreciate it. So yeah, guys, we can move on. Stacks, did you check your I just sent you a message. You checked
yeah. I sent it back to you.
Okay.
I want to talk about it. What you guys want to talk about? I want to talk about that Knicks 76ers game. Real quick.
Yeah, definitely, man. We got a lot of
things to talk about.
That was
that
good.
Game,
yeah.
You know what? I was thinking, Stacks is right, man. Like Nick Nurse, man. I don't know. I guess when your back's against the wall, but I think I guess they had to because the plus minus with beat off the court was so crazy. But he ran out of gas, man. He had nothing to give him. He didn't sit.
Yeah.
Was it the whole second half Stacks, or was it the fourth?
The second half, he
didn't sit, right?
Nope.
Yeah, and I mean,
yeah, and it's just the Knicks is that's what they do, man. They beat you up, man.
Grind you
They
down,
beat you
man.
up. Listen,
that
Thibodeau's tough. That's a tough Thibodeau. He's hard nosed. He's tough, man.
With that being
rested.
said, respect to the Knicks, but if Joel's healthy, that's a whole different series, dog. I'm sorry.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
So is he playing or is he playing? He's not healthy.
He's
not healthy, man.
He's not healthy, man.
With that
the
being
game
said,
that he was really healthy was the game they won.
Not healthy, averaging fucking 40 in the series.
Right.
Off one leg. Imagine if
like you said though too. This guy, Tobias Harris shouldn't be in the NBA. He should. I'm not gonna say that. He
shouldn't be starting.
What's the worst team in the league? Go to Detroit. He should be in Detroit somewhere.
Yeah.
Like this guy doesn't have any business playing in big playoff games. He doesn't show up. He doesn't. I mean, we don't like to look at contracts, but bro, you're supposed to be a third on that team, bro. Kelly Oubre supplanted you as a third, and Kelly's a good player. Don't get it twisted, but he doesn't play with any intensity, nothing. Nothing.
So Stag, let me ask you something. But so if remember the 76ers, I believe they traded Butler for Tobias Harris, right?
They let Butler go as a free agent.
That's what happened. So if they kept Butler, it'll be a whole different story with
I
the
don't think they keep Jimmy. I think Jimmy had his mind set on Miami the whole time. So I don't think Jimmy was gonna stay in Philly anyway. Jimmy wanted to get up out of there and go somewhere like Miami. I think his mind was made up to go there anyway. But I don't think they could have kept Jimmy. I think Jimmy made a beef about that just because he's Jimmy being Jimmy.
Yeah, because the way he was talking was like he would have stayed though. But I get
you see that?
Don't let him fool. You had his mind.
I get what you're saying. That trolling shit. If you kept
and he got busy on him like, yo, y'all traded me for him. He was on some shit.
Yo, if he was on my team, I would not watch the game. That guy, he is.
He's Philly just. With that being said, they got the most money to spend next year, so they got to put a team around Joel, man. They just have to.
Yeah,
they got to put a team.
But what are they missing on that team stats?
Point guard.
I'm gonna jump in.
Point guard?
No, Maxey.
Maxey's a point. They need a third guy.
Maxey scores though. Maxey, he plays like a 2.
He plays like a 2.
Yeah, Maxey. You can move Maxey to the 2, but you need another. They just need another guy. They need another guy to go get a bucket. Harden was Charlie James, man. He showed me something today.
Man, Harden is a bum, man. I don't know why people still think he's
after the day he wasn't, dog. Not the day he wasn't.
He was,
but it's like I think overall he's a bum. He doesn't. I don't know. He's just he's up and down, in and out.
He won that game today, man.
He sure did. He
won
did.
That game today.
He won that game, and Jason Kidd blew that game all in one fucking shot. You can't just let this dude go 6 layups in a row, J Kidd. God damn, dog. You can't do that. You got to run a double at him. Somebody else got to beat.
So who put up that type of who
So that's
how did they come back? I mean,
Kyrie was cooking.
Kyrie was cooking.
Yo, it's so terrible to watch Luka play. I'm not saying him play the game, obviously, but him just complaining. I know the NBA.
Did he get benched in the game? Did he get benched?
They sat him down to cool off, man, because he was on some shit.
Yo, shut the fuck up, bro. Like this, he fucks the flow with that dude, great player, top player in the league, no question. But that dude is the biggest. He's so hard to watch play because it literally slows the game down, bro. Some fan threw a ball on the court. He starts yelling at the ref. What's the nigga? The ref got nothing to do with that. Someone threw a ball on the court. They got to stop the game. We want someone to crack their fucking ankle and that. He just wants to. Kid benched him. Your stats is right. Kid benched him.
Yeah, too. He was getting too much.
And he has to work on that too. He has to understand, the moment, playoffs. I mean, he's a great player, but mentally he has to learn how to, manage that because they need him. Be smart. You guys came back. They had the lead. They took the lead. I couldn't believe that. This
He's
team
a
was
great
down by
player.
30.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
I got
They
love
were
for him.
down by 30, right?
And they took the lead by 1.
And they took
At
the
one
lead.
point.
And
And
what
Paul George,
blew it?
and Paul
Was that
George made
Paul
a
George
3.
three-pointer in the corner?
So that three in the corner was crazy.
That three in the
Yeah,
corner?
that-
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I heard about it, but
Crazy.
man,
But it was but
Houdini.
Stacks. That 3-pointer was defended pretty decent though.
Yeah, it was. That's why I say it was crazy. It was that.
Yo,
That
that was
was
some Houdini shit.
when he
That
hit
was
that
Houdini.
thing. When he hit that three, that was
That was it.
That was it. Yeah, they went
yo,
back
what
up
happened
by
with
2 points.
Kawhi? Kawhi was a late scratch.
They play better without him. They do. Right now, they play better without him. First game
So
without him, played one.
They just read him up for what, 3 years?
Yeah, they play better without him.
I don't think they should read him up, man. He read up this year,
So
man.
what's
They gave him
going
some
on with
change.
Kawhi, Stacks? What's going on?
He's on
with
his own
Kawhi,
type of
though?
time, man. He's on his own type of time.
Is that I mean, you know,
I don't know what injury.
Moneycrooks was saying that the last time we had that conversation. He was like, you know, we all had that. We said that. Is he like playing on his own? Like,
if Kawhi's hurt, he ain't playing. Period.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
He
a
is.
fact.
That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. He solidified his shit. Like when he get it going, Kawhi top 10 when he got it going, but he ain't gonna play. Like when he hurt, he ain't.
Exactly.
He's not playing. He's not gonna play. He's like, if he stub his toe,
And I don't blame him, to be fair. I'm not mad at him for that. I don't.
yeah, I'm not mad at it. He, you know,
I just think they play better without him. They haven't had him for 2 or 3 years. They really do. They won the first game without him. Smoother game. When he came back, he was trying to get involved. It just was clunky and weird. They lost that game without him. This game, he's a great player. I'm not saying that if he consistently played with them, but him being in and out the lineup, even though Paul George is in and out, you can't have 2 guys in and out and integrate 2 guys back into a system that's been in and out. Maybe one statue. I don't know if you agree or disagree, you a coach, but when you're trying to bring 2 guys back, I don't know. It just didn't. Game 2 didn't look. When he came back, it didn't look right to me. Today it looked right. You know, they almost gave it up, but.
Don't be surprised if they lose in this first round. Bama may break that team up. He might. They already talk about they Paul George they ain't get read up, so
Yeah,
it's talks about him.
well, if they didn't read him up, then that if they didn't read up Paul George, that speaks numbers. That speaks a lot of words. That's
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? Trust me, if they didn't read him up,
but he's more reliable than Kawhi.
you got a little shout out
I mean,
there.
he's hurt too, but he's more.
You got a shout out, Stoney. You got a shout out. They love your Bruins.
Oh, no doubt, man.
What up, old bull, young cat?
Yo,
what
good
up,
good looking out, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. Old bull, young cap.
Yeah,
I
y'all
appreciate
do
it,
some
man.
good shit. I watched y'all shit twice last week. Y'all do some good shit, man.
Yeah. I watched their show yesterday. They had a show.
They had a free draft
show yesterday. They did a post game show yesterday, and I watched a little bit of it today. I was watching it and shot them up on there. What up, man? What's up,
I
people?
still got to catch up on the fellas.
My
My bad. I will definitely be tuning in. Someone send me the link. I gotta get the link. I'll just look it up.
Yeah, I'll send it. Yeah, look it up. It's cool. It's
Yeah. I typed it in. It popped right up.
It pops up.
Yeah. Nice.
I definitely gonna chime in,
guys out. Definitely. Definitely.
So who? Okay, hold on. Thanks. He said. Let me see. He said there's lots of good things to talk about. Yeah, there's a lot of good things to talk about, man. Yeah, man, there's a lot of good sports to talk about.
We should do a crossover show one of these days.
There you go, man. You said the right word. You said the right word. I was looking for that word. I was gonna say that, but we should do a crossover, man. Old Bull, Young Calf, we do a crossover show, man. Add y'all in, or y'all could add us into your show. We have a nice little banter on what's going on out here in the Boston sports world, in the sports world, period. You know, we cover everything in sports. It doesn't have to be Boston. We have players and teams that we like outside the city that are, you know, doing good things. So yeah, man, thanks for shouting us out, man, and you know, respect, and we appreciate it, man. Let me see. Clippers want those superstars for their new stadium.
Then the Bucks missing Giannis and Lillard. Man, that team is cursed, man.
Yeah, he's right. They do need those guys for that new stadium. He's right. He's exactly right. Actually, I forgot.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's right about that too. But I mean, they can make them. They can do something. Do you think they can? If I just mentioned Paul George, y'all said Paul George didn't get read up. if that's the writing on the wall, who would be a good replacement superstar wise? Because he just put the word out there. They need the superstars for that new stadium.
They do.
I mean, who would, what can be that type of, replacement for Paul George with the Clippers?
Yeah.
Well, we got to see who's up for free
Obviously,
agency.
Kawhi going to be there, right? Kawhi's going to be
I
there.
mean, who's up? Like,
Yeah,
what
Kawhi
stars
I
up?
think they're content. I think
A
they're
lot of people are
content.
wrapped up.
I think they'll get Paul back. I think they're not gonna. They might not give him long term, and I think Paul will just stay because Paul's from out there. He don't want to move. He would take less years, same amount of money. I think they would come to that agreement because he don't want to leave. They're all from California. None of them do want to leave.
Right.
Kawhi Leonard might not have a choice just because he's not healthy, bro. Like Stack said, Ballmer could eat that money. He's one of the top. Ain't he one of the richest people in the world? So.
Yeah,
I know there's a salary cap and all that, but I don't think he cares about.
Who may come there? Who's the free agent? And they kind of cross each other. If they lose Paul George, they can go get DeMar DeRozan. He's free agent. Now, he's from Cali, so it would make sense to get DeMar.
I like sense. I like.
Yeah, I like DeMar. He's a great player.
Yeah,
I like that. Clay's on the downside.
Klay Thompson, but he's on his last leg.
Yeah,
Klay Thompson's gonna be out there, but
it'd be an older team, but like you said, it doesn't really matter. The Clippers is one of those franchises. The fans, they're so diehard, man. Like they're gonna go to that stadium regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that stadium is nice, man.
That stadium is nice. LA is one of them places where you go.
Nice.
I don't know if y'all been out there before. You go there, you just go there, be seen, wear something. Go to the. It's
right.
They ain't gonna have a problem filling that stadium up, but obviously a good team. They won't have a problem with that.
Yeah, that damn free agent list is terrible next year. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean but that's why the good players are getting wrapped up, man. They're not letting them go to free agency. That's what I noticed with this NBA, man. They wrapping players up quick, man.
Quick, give them the bag. You know what I mean, and deservedly so.
Right, right.
And if you ain't wrapping the players up, a lot of these owners are building their team through the draft, young guys. Like OKC built through the draft, New Orleans built through the draft. Like a lot of these Minnesota built through the draft.
Yeah.
They traded, added Gobert, but that was it. And of course Conley, but still, that a lot of these nobody's doing that super team shit no more. Everybody's
they're not because that was a
fad.
It was a shelf life for that. Like it just there was a time for that. The big three and all that. And
the last run with that shit, Stoney was Durant to Golden State, and that was it.
Right.
That was it. That was it.
Yep, that was it.
That was it. And now try to do it in Phoenix, that shit ain't working.
It's not working.
So now everybody's kind of staying tight. Like, you know what? I'm gonna add a couple good role players and I'm gonna build my shit with these young guys. Like shout out to Brad Stevens.
Yo, Stacks, but you know what the thing now is with teams having a bench. That's what teams are focusing on now.
Yeah,
they're making teams that can outlast teams that are not really deep. I mean, that's what's in right now. That's the game plan right now. Get a nice bench.
Shout out to OKC, Stoney. They did this shit the right way. Shout out to the Celtics.
Shout out to OKC. They have a great general manager over there. Sam Presti. They should give him a piece of that team.
All Massachusetts guys. All of them.
Wow.
The GM and the head coach.
Let me tell you, think about
From
it.
Where? That's running what? Running what team?
OKC.
OKC, man. They doing a great job over there, man. And Stacks, they got more picks. They got picks.
A lot more.
They got a lot more picks. These guys, they remind me of us a little bit when Danny Ainge was gathering all those picks with like Paul Pierce and all that, and we had all those picks, and we got Smart, we got JB, we got Tatum, and Sam Presti, OKC. They doing the same thing that we was doing, and they got a lot more to go, and they got a great look at it. They're number one in the West, and they still got top draft picks coming up, man. So that team's gonna be around for a while.
Yep.
Yeah, and the way they run them like you guys like we were talking about. Just get guys that fit what we do. You know what I mean? Instead of
young and play.
See, that's the problem with Phoenix. Segue into Phoenix. You just throwing shit together. In basketball, it's always been
funny about that.
as much as we talk about Jordan, he had Paxson, he had, you know, the role. We know Pippen, Jordan, but they had the Paxsons, the Cartwrights, the Reddingtons. These guys, you might think they're bums, but they glue. They glue. You need those guys coming off the bench.
Right.
Yo, and the Lakers team too. That Lakers team.
That's what I'm saying.
They had Shaq and Kobe, but they had those role players.
Your boy Horry. But yo, shout out to Stacks because Stacks stuck by the Celtics bench at the beginning. Stacks was telling me, like, give him some time. And you know what?
I like Hauser.
And I like Hauser. He's a free agent too. We got it.
Look at that.
They'll sign him.
He's a free agent. Hauser.
Look at that. 4 first in 2025. You believe that? 3 in
2027. 4 in the first in 25 and 3 in 27. That's crazy.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yo.
But know what they need? They need to trade some of those picks and get another big man and move They got to get another big man, move Chet to the 4 because that kid is way too light in his ass to defend Jokic.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get a legitimate 5 that plays D.
Legitimate 5.
They need a legitimate 5 that's gonna be tough on defense and let them other guys do what they do. Like they're gonna have to get a role play. I would tell you who would fit good on that team, though he ain't going nowhere. Gobert would be great on that team.
Yeah, you read my mind.
Gobert would be great on that team.
Gobert would be great on that.
He would, man.
Great.
He would.
With on the OKC team?
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
He would fit that team so well. So well.
It's Stoney. If they got Gobert, they had him this year. Watch out.
Definitely. Definitely. I think they're gonna give everybody a run for their money, including Denver.
I think Minnesota
Denver, by the way, lost. They lost one.
I think
they lost one. But you know what? I thought of you, Stoney, I thought of you with that Denver, with that Lakers win yesterday. Was it yesterday, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. So I thought about you when remember when you made a bet a couple of weeks ago about LA getting in the closeout game.
Yes.
And look, LeBron, sure enough, in a closeout game, he came through. He scored 34, and I think he just was wilding. LeBron wilded out yesterday to win that game.
He had to. That shit would tarnish his legacy, even though he's still up there. But to get swept by that team back-to-back years, that would have been a bad look.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been at home.
At home, that would have been a bad look. Back-to-back years getting swept by the same team, that's not good.
They got swept by them last year.
Yeah,
they got swept by him last year. So if he got swept by him this year in the first round, he would have had it'd been some shit writing on the wall. For him.
Right.
And he's a free agent too. So don't
be
surprised if
LeBron.
LBJ's the free agent, right?
Yeah.
You think he will leave LA though?
He be all right. Listen,
Lakers. They need to.
LeBron's
they need to start thinking.
Watch where his son get drafted. Pay attention to that, dog. I'm telling you, right? If his son gets drafted, just watch that. I'm telling
you. Let me tell you, LA, they got some decisions to make, man. They got some serious decisions to make. And let me tell you something. Where the Lakers are at now.
Yep. Old Bull Young. Yep. I think
where the Lakers at now, this is gonna be the difference between them being good for the next 5-6 years or being bad for the next 5-6 years. They're gonna be bad for the next 5-6 years. Yo, that dude, he's gonna have to do some serious thinking, man, because this is a very critical year for the Lakers, man. Contract wise and what they got on their roster, man, they're gonna have to really make some big decisions this offseason because this can affect the next 6 years, man. For like a good Lakers sucking for a while and then the Clippers taking over their spot. Oh man, that's gonna be bad over there.
And another thing,
I don't think he was a choker though. I
don't think he was a choker. I just think he wasn't mature back then to get past the Celtics and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember he was 22. And he couldn't get past the 3. I mean, that Celtic team was a motherfucker, man.
Yeah. That was a learning curve for him.
That was a learning curve. He was a young
man. He learned how to win.
Yeah, we had to load up the box to be the 22-year-old kid.
Yeah. He was the young buck. So you gotta give him that one.
That's what I was gonna say. LA, I think it's overrated now with the Lakers and retracting free agents and everything.
They in
want
trouble.
infrastructure now. You want
They in
infrastructure.
trouble.
The player wants infrastructure because the more you win in that league, the more money you make as a player. That's why people are going to re-up with the Celtics. People are going to re-up with Oklahoma City. People are going to re-up with Minnesota. Edwards ain't leaving Minnesota. He ain't, because he knows.
No, he's not. No,
he's not leaving there.
Minnesota.
You know, people.
Great
it ain't like
situation
before.
over there.
Everybody went to, let's go to LA because the weather and all this. It helps. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying it don't help, but if your infrastructure ain't right, and who wants to play with AD? A lot of people don't fuck with AD in the league. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'll give it to him. He's been healthy though.
It's not saying he's a bad guy. A lot of people just don't like fuck with him. They don't like the way he left New Orleans. They don't like the way that the whole shit went down. A lot of people ain't want to go play with AD. And AD.
The only thing I don't like about AD, he don't show durability for a big man.
Every time he lands, you don't know if he's gonna be out for the game. Every game he falls down or something.
Something hurts.
That's why I don't bet a crook. I don't do no stack combos, no props. I don't do nothing. I do not touch that guy at all. He's one of those guys that if he's on, he could cover your shit. He falls on his ankle, he might tweak it. He's out for the half.
Yeah, right. He's different like that, man. For what they paying him, and he was supposed to be that next guy for the Lakers. You know, when LeBron leaves, they was gonna build around him.
That's a good question, old bull, young Cap. That is a good question. I had that question in my mind for the team before, and it was I was saving that. Yo, it's so funny that you brought that up. I was saving that for my guests when our guests come on. But we could answer that question.
It looks clean.
You know, I was going to mention to you guys. I was going to mention to the team here. What do y'all think about LeBron's tenure in LA? And do you think
he won a championship?
Do you think it was a championship that he won in the bubble? But it was in the bubble.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, look at the Spurs. The Spurs 50 game season.
Yeah,
the Spurs.
He won. I fuck around.
They won that
shit, fake chip, all that. I'll take if Celtics would, I would have took it.
Yeah,
So
you got
it was a failure. It was a successful championship.
I don't think that
over. I know I've talked to a couple NBA guys, and that shit to them got an asterisk next to it.
No, I'm not saying
that's what I'm saying. I think that something about that bubble championship.
People that played in the NBA, they don't look at that as a real.
No, I'm not saying they wrong either.
What about the bubble Super Bowl?
That wasn't a bubble.
It was in a bubble, but it wasn't like nobody there.
They went regular. They just didn't have crowd. They didn't have a crowd.
But it was a bubble, no crowd, man. Shit, it was no crowd.
They played all the games.
It was away. They wasn't all in one damn stadium. You know.
I know, but they played all their games though.
Yeah, they played all their games, and
they played everything. It was a regular.
It wasn't in Disney World locked up, should I say?
That's what I'm saying. I mean. The NBA didn't play all their games. These guys played all their games. The NFL did not lose a step during COVID. They did not lose one step. People didn't realize that. They didn't lose no step. They played all their games. They played all the playoff games, all the regular season games, preseason. Even though they played in empty stadiums and different, but still it went on. It was business as usual with the NFL.
Shout out
that was
to Old Bull Young Calf, man. Go do your thing on your live stream, man. We appreciate you coming through and giving us some content, some feedback.
And shout out to Old Bull Young Calf. Yeah, hopefully you guys, man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah, enough respect to you guys, man. And hopefully we'll jump in and I'll watch your live stream and see how things what's going on in a little while. If we're finished before. But thanks. Shout out, thanks for coming out, man, and chilling with us, man.
Lakers will be okay without when LeBron leaves. Fuck, they've always attracted free agents. I mean,
they always do. I don't think LA will have a problem of attracting free agents. I just think their office needs to get cleaned up.
Yes. They got to be real careful, though. I'm telling you, they got to be real careful with the moves they're gonna make. I would have traded LeBron.
I don't think they ain't got to worry about it trading him now.
I would have traded him.
Watch when his son, if his son gets drafted, watch what I tell you, dog. I'm telling you, just be careful with that. I wouldn't be surprised if he hauled ass and go over there where his son's at.
What up, David Burns out of Texas, man? Cedar Hill, Texas is in the house again. David Burns, shout out to David Burns, man. like and subscribe, David. I know I seen you in there. I was just trying to get to you, man. But shout out to David Burns. He's a regular listener of Parlay with us, man, and viewer of Parlay with us, man. We appreciate you. So yeah, guys, man. Things is cooking up in the NBA, man. I like the way I kind of watched a few highlights of some of these young teams, man, especially OKC. I watched that OKC a little bit, man. Yeah, you guys are right. Good team, man. That's a team to be reckoned with. I still don't know if they can, deal with the Denver situation, but yeah, they there on the West, man. Like for a young squad, that's impressive. Put it that way.
Yeah,
it remind me of what Kevin Durant was building over there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like the early days of Kevin Durant.
It was the same thing. Remember, they was peaking.
Yeah, yep.
And then, man, they took that next step.
That was Durant,
they should have beaten that Heat team.
Durant, Harden, Westbrook. Who else?
Oh man, they had the squad. Harden disappeared in the finals though.
Ibaka. Who else? They had.
He didn't disappear. He didn't disappear. He just had to cover LBJ. Just beat his ass up.
Yeah. And that was a young Harden. Young Harden.
And that was that young Harden against Pete LeBron, Stoney. That's a tough cover, right?
It's a tough cover, but that team was way more talented than the Heat. But the experience prevailed.
That was peak. That was peak LBJ. You wasn't beating LBJ that year. That was peak.
Yeah, that was peak LBJ.
And remember, D Wade was on his downside.
Anything LeBron Miami and when he left Cleveland and went there, that was peak.
That was peak LBJ. You
that was,
fuck with
yeah, that was peak.
Nobody was fucking with LBJ.
Yeah, the Heat. LBJ was on some other shit.
He was on some shit.
I admit that.
Yo, when that dude came to Boston, like my man just said, Game 6, we had a chance to close them out.
Oh man,
he dug Boston the fuck out.
Oh,
and
he's fucking.
Then, I had nothing but respect for that dude, man.
I watched those highlights. Listen, every shot he made hit the bottom of the net, man. Literally, I'm telling you. Nothing rattled, nothing. Everything was clean with that. That dude was on some shit.
What about the alley when he threw it on Jason Terry?
Oh my goodness. I thought they was going. I thought the trainers were gonna come out and check on Jason Terry, man. That dude, shit. I don't know what he was thinking. Yo, he caught a bad one, man. Remember,
Ron
caught that shit, man.
He almost got us a couple times in Cleveland. Almost did.
Yeah. Yo, listen. PJ Brown, I'm trying to tell you guys. PJ Brown's the reason why we got that 08 championship.
That was Hey, Beans, that was that year when we came through the lane and cocked that shit on KG. I was like,
wild,
man, this dude here, man.
Yeah, yo. Headband LeBron, when he had the headband.
There you go, Stoney.
Shit.
Yo. Headband LBJ was.
I ain't gonna lie, man. He had my palm sweaty, man, during that series.
LeBron was, I'm telling you, I was
nervous, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was nervous.
Peak LeBron in them years, man. Even when he went back to Cleveland and balled out for that championship.
Oh, with Kyrie, yeah, that was.
No, I'm talking about without Kyrie. Didn't he?
This is pre-Kyrie.
When he went back.
That was Tatum and Rick. Maybe Tatum banged on him, LeBron, and Tatum looked at him crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, he looked at Tatum like, all right, watch this, dog. He went to work after that shot. Like, yo, this shit is crazy, dog. Yeah. I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
You know what? We lost that game 7. We couldn't hit fucking Terry Rozier could not hit a 3 to save us.
They ran out of gas. The youngins, they ran out of gas. I can tell you straight up.
Missing shots.
Listen, game 7, they ran out of gas, man.
We should have won that fuck.
And who killed us in that game? That bum ass dude that was on our squad. I forgot his name. Jeff Green killed us, man.
He hit some shots, though. He did.
He hit some
shots.
About that?
What about the dude? What about the dude they had on Cleveland? What's that dude? The Brazilian cat with the hair.
Varejao. Varejao.
Yeah, he was a good role player. I'll give him that. He was
good role player. He was doing Stacks. He was putting some work in down low though.
He did put work in for them.
He was a dirty ass player too. He was dirty.
He was a good role player for them.
He was a good role player.
He was. He remind me of the dude
Varejao.
from Milwaukee. Who's the big guy in Milwaukee?
Anderson Varejao. That was
Lopez. You remind me of Lopez is like the similar player than Varejao. He just makes more threes, but they got that same mentality though.
Yeah, that same mentality. But he was a up and down. Like this dude was like
he was energy.
He was energy, workhorse, up and down the court, man, and being a disruptive. That when LeBron went back to Cleveland, I'm talking about he like Stack said, Miami, he was yoking on everybody. Move out my way.
Yeah.
He was. But remember when he went back to Cleveland, Kyrie was there already, and then this dude joined him, Kevin Love.
Yeah, but Kyrie got hurt. He didn't play in that playoff
finals. Him more Kevin Love didn't play.
Yeah, that's the one they lost to the Warriors, the first one.
The
Warriors' first championship.
That's what LBJ averaged a 40-point triple-double the whole fucking series.
Yep,
and that other dude, that little dude was getting off too. I forgot his name, but he was getting off with LeBron, man. He was a guard.
Dellavedova?
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah. Remember him?
He was getting busy.
Matthew Dellavedova, dog.
Dellavedova, man.
Yo, Stacks, he got a contract off of that though.
He sure
got
did.
a contract.
You know when LeBron got a lot of them cats paid. He got J.R. Smith paid. He got Tristan Thompson bum ass paid. He got bum ass. He got Ilgauskas paid. He even got bum ass Booby Gibson paid.
Booby.
Like, LeBron got a lot of cats.
And J.R. Smith. He got J.R. Smith paid.
At least J.R. Smith had a little bit of was playing.
J.R. Smith had a little game. He had a little pop.
I agree, Beans. You're right. He had a little.
Come on, man. Booby Gibson's the bum of them all, bro. Come on.
But
Booby Gibson, though, you're right.
Brain fart.
A lot of people.
J.R. Smith, that dude.
J.R. Smith never lived up to what he was, but he was that dude. I remember going to Washington play with New Orleans, man. That motherfucker was talented, but I don't know what he was smoking or drinking, but.
That meme had him going to the L.
He should have never been in the NBA. I'm sorry. That dude, he owes LeBron.
He played.
If he got a 401k, he owes LeBron half of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he doing good for himself,
he owes
though.
LeBron some money.
He doing good, though.
Shit, that shit got him Keisha Cole, too. So he had a great.
No, not Booby Gibson. I'm talking about JR, though.
Yeah, JR do good. JR, like, on the cusp of being a pro golfer on the low.
Yeah, he's on some pro golf.
I fuck with J.R. Smith. He did it. He went back to school.
He went back to college, all kind of shit. Like
he's a great
went back to school.
His basketball IQ was just so low. He just
because you know what it is. He's so talented. He never took the game serious, bro. He just never took it serious. He just never took it serious. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. It's not even hard to see
in the playoffs with LeBron, and that shit
Beans in the playoffs. Yo, LBJ was done then. He was like,
LBJ did the same shit to D'Angelo Russell tonight. Like, what are you doing? What is? I know LBJ be like, I'm playing with a bunch of fucking bozos, like something like this.
Yeah, he be on. I mean, a bunch of guys that's not as dedicated though. That's
right.
Just what it is. They got the potential.
That's a good point.
They potential, but they just not dedicated. These dudes, when they on their own time, they probably doing some other
Kobe
shit.
And LeBron, those dudes is different level. Jordan,
they ate slept basketball
level. Fucking basketball.
That was the ball was their life. Ball was their life,
level.
man.
Like there's no level to the dedication those dudes have. You know what I mean? Seriously, like. And I might have my things with LeBron, but you can't deny the dedication, the hard work.
Right.
You could tell this dude puts in all the work that he needs to get to where he's at. His body, putting the money, invested in himself. Shout out to LeBron. Seriously, I know I talk my shit, but at the end of the day, that's what you want, man. Like a lot of these dudes in the NBA, they get their money and they play. They're so talented. They just play. Like look at Luka. I don't want to stay on him, but this dude, bro. I know your body type's what it is, no Diddy, but bro, put some fucking work in. That's why you always hurt. We always talk about Embiid. His knees are fucked up because he's carrying around extra weight.
That's true.
Hell yeah.
But
Joe
before we
Mixon
move
with-
on,
Joe
Shiz,
with the
but
word
Shiz,
in.
I don't want to, Shiz, I don't want to cut your flow. We're flowing good on this topic with the NBA and some of these players, man. But before we move on, man, I would like to invite our special guest back on. We got King Shizzy, aka Moneycrooks. We about to bring him back on here. Shout out to my family. What up? What up? What up, King Shizzy? How's everything going, bro?
Oh,
Good was
yo.
good,
Yeah,
son.
change up the background, huh?
You already know I got
Yo, I like that
Oh,
green,
Fizz
son.
Marquis. Oh,
I
man.
like that green.
already. My
That
daughter
green-
just
yo,
walked
that
with
green's
the
looking
family.
money.
I'm walking with the family, man. What we on?
Yes.
Celtics, we just running down the playoff basketball, man. Talk about that game today. That was a good game, Dallas. Yo, I was telling this shit, like Jason Kidd blew that game, dog. Like you can't let Harden take 7 goddamn floaters to end the game, man. You got to run a double team at him, and somebody else got to win that game at that point. Yo, Harden was in his bag. He looked like Mohawk Harden. You know what I'm saying?
Mohawk
I seen a
Harden.
little of the end, man. But for me, I never was. Now I'm not gonna go on Jason Kidd. That's my man. But you know, when it come down to X and O's, and you know, I never felt that he was that type of coach. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. You know, it's a tough one. You know, Kyrie making big shots, but I don't know. I don't know if I feel Dallas can still pull the series out. To be honest.
Yes, I agree.
You know, Luka's that type of guy. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
I think he's compromised though, Shizzy, man. His knees and shit. Like I was just saying before you came on, look, we hold everybody accountable. I love Lucas. I respect him. But come on, bro, listen. Your body breaks down. No one ever they held him accountable for being in shit. He could be in better shape than that. I know his body type is what it is, no Diddy. But I'm just saying, like, you gotta. This is the time of year, just like Embiid carries all that weight, big fella. His knees
gotta be in shape by this time.
Shit, but in B's defense, with that injury, he couldn't do no cardio or nothing. So that he was, I knew he was going to be out of shape when he came back. Off that meniscus, he probably was just sitting around. But if he didn't have that injury,
trying to give them a chance.
With B, he put on all that weight because of that injury. Now, before that injury, remember, before that injury, he was MVP, hands down.
For sure.
For sure.
Yes,
but
he
even
was.
Joe, look at Joe.
He's carrying that weight right now because of that injury. I think if he didn't get injured, he doesn't have that weight on. I just
man, people don't understand, man. I mean, you can be out 2 weeks. He was out for some time and just hopping back into an NBA game. He's 7 feet and change and got to produce. It's like your body gotta catch up to that speed. You know, he's looking like, I mean, he's not an old guy, but he's looking like a broke down old guy. You understand? But still, you know, putting that work in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's still putting that work in.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can do.
He caught my straight.
Like 60%, man. Real talk. He probably like
no, and now that you guys will talk about this before.
I say 50 because now he got the Bell palsy. You can see the side of his face twitching.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation. And them still letting him play. And I think
that's what I was about to ask y'all. Like, why they? I mean, for him, period. Should he be playing out there knowing that his health? You guys are
chill out.
No, for real. But no,
yo, he did. Yo, I read that too. I was like,
nah, it's true.
Whoa.
Look at his face, Stoney. When you see him next game, look at his face moves. His left side of his face.
His eye gets droopy.
Yeah, his eye gets droopy.
Oh shit.
He was doing it today. It was doing it today in the game. His left side of his face was moving for no reason.
So if y'all saying he's 50%, why is he playing then?
I think it's his call. I think he wants to play.
Yeah,
and it's his call, but it's definitely that pressure on him from you know, management and the process all these goddamn years. You understand? You know, but your health is number one. These days, guys are smarter. Like if I'm hurt, you know, I can't go. But you know,
why?
That's what I just about to say. That Kawhi, we mentioned that the last time.
Playoff,
you know, if playoffs or not, if I'm hurt, I'm not playing. Why would Embiid risk his livelihood, his knees, which is his livelihood, by still continuing to play at 50%? When something can happen, and next we know he can tear the meniscus in his leg, and he's out for next season.
Yeah, man. And I just had a conversation.
He's gonna have. I guarantee you,
man.
I guarantee you, he's gonna have another surgery when the season's done. I guarantee you. I think to repair that knee again. I guarantee you.
And he has another medical situation going on. That's craziness. I wouldn't be playing like
he's
you
going
said.
through some shit right.
I wouldn't play.
Shout out to Embiid. Embiid is really going through some real life shit. I just hope this shit don't derail his career, man. He going through
exactly the long run. That's what you're thinking about. But I think he might know that it won't. I think he feel like he could play and it won't affect his career long term. You know, I think he's confident that he could give them what he could give them. You know, and yeah, it's unfortunate, man. You know, I mean, he's a great player, man. But yo, this is the old school NBA, man. Them old school players, they played the same way, man. They played hurt, all kinds of shit. You know, that old school NBA, them star players were playing, man. They wasn't sitting out, you know.
Sitting out, right. So I know we were talking a little bit. I know we're gonna kind of like we could just kind of like segue back just for a quick second because we got Shiz on here, and you know, I love the backdrop, so I have to bring it back. So I'm gonna ask you a question, Shiz. What do you think about yesterday's game? Celtics taking control of Miami Heat and cooling them off.
Nah, I mean, we was definitely had to come out with that fire. There was no way that we could lose that game. You know, if we lost that game mentally, we'd have been in big trouble. You know, guys came out there focused. You can see from the jump, you know, how guys were, you know, hitting each other on the chest, dapping up, Porzingis smiling before the game. I knew guys were ready, you know, and that's what we're supposed to do to that team, you know. But again, just having a conversation with a couple players I work with, you know, no matter who you are, it's tough when you're a great team, a good team, to get up for bullshit teams. You understand? No matter what you try, you understand? It's tough. You know, Jimmy Butler's not there, but mentally it's like, oh, we're going to win this anyway. But then guys come out, you know, everybody playing the game in their life, you know, and
that's
it happens
true.
like that. And it can happen at the worst time too. Luckily, you understand? It's only game 2, you know.
Right.
But we the better team by miles, and we just got to, you know, come out there serious and you know, knock these next 3 out.
Yes.
Shiz, I had a question for you.
Because I like that point, Shiz. That's a great point as far
as
being up, as far as them being up for this team.
Next 2,
great point.
Next 2, yes, the next 2.
Great
yes.
point,
I had a question for you. So we were talking about before you came on how when I was watching the game, they weren't running them off the 3, and I know in the regular season, Missoula has this philosophy, which, you know, it is what it is. It's his philosophy that he's gonna let mediocre shooters take that shot. I know the game's over, but this is why you're here. You know, analysis from you is, what do you think? Why did they do the adjustment during the game where the closeouts? I don't have the stats in front of me, but the closeouts weren't there. They didn't make the adjustment. He let them continue to shoot that 3. I know he's changed the philosophy, obviously, in game 3. But what was your take on that? Was it were they just demoralized by that time, and it was just like, you know, fuck it?
I think that for me, and knowing this type of basketball, I know they're going by analytics, you know, and how guys are shooting. Okay, they have the game of their life. They're not gonna have this type of game next game. Certain guys or what have you. So just like what's this guy for the Knicks? I forget his name. Hart. You know, he was making big shots before, but guys are laying off him. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden he's missing everything. You know, when he's a good shooter. So I think it's one of those analytic game. You know, playing the numbers. You know, so to speak. I think he's more in that than, you know, just a feel for how a guy's playing. You know, but again, that's the only way they're gonna have a chance is, you know, shooting that ball. You know, that's the only way they're gonna have a chance, and you gotta be sure. You know, for me, I'm making them drive. You know, I know my man, what's his name? Bam is a hell of a player, but Bam's not gonna put 40 on you. You understand? You know, if he's gonna get his numbers, he's gonna get his numbers. But I'm definitely not letting, you know, Hero or Duncan, these guys have career games, because I think, you know, they capable, those 2 guys, you know, of making them. You know, we've seen that in the past. You know?
When we lost to them last year, something that's etched in my fucking brain is when they beat us on our home court and that motherfucker Duncan Robinson was running doing the helicopter shit.
Wow.
Like doing y'all. I don't know if y'all seen that shit. I
remember that.
That shit bothered me. And not only did it bother me, the fact that he's from the Massachusetts area and he did that shit. Like he was really running on the court. And yeah, y'all ain't saying shit now. Yo, I just
he was just feeling himself in that series, though. I don't think, you know.
I mean, they shoot well in Boston.
They all feeling themselves, man. That whole mental thing. I mean, the locker room was split with the Ime thing, and I just think there's no way that team. I mean, they did beat some hell of teams on that run they made, but that team should never beat us, man, at all. That series loss was one of the worst losses in Celtics history.
Word.
To me.
Word.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. That game 3, yeah, I agree.
No,
man.
that whole series against Miami, that's one of the worst losses we've ever had.
Yeah, definitely. But that game 3 stuck out to me as well too. A game I feel like they needed. They took 2 from us. I felt like we was gonna be able to do the same and take 2 from them, which we did. I think the year prior wasn't 2, but we had to go to Miami and win a game the year that we went to the finals, and we showed up. And I thought they was gonna do that last year. And that game 3 was kind of an ugly game to go down 3-0. You know, I felt like it was a wrap there, and I don't know. That loss stuck out to me. Game 3 last year.
Well,
Miami is looking at us like we don't look at Miami as a rival. I know we have history with, you know, LBJ and Paul Pierce and all of that, but we're looking at them as another step to where we want to get to our championship. How Jimmy Butler, all this extra talk, how they approach the game like we're their nemesis or what have you. That's dangerous. We got to know that they come up just like anybody play the Patriots. It's a championship game. It don't matter if the Patriots are 0-15. You know what I mean? They coming for us. You understand? Yes. So long as the Celtics have that in their mind, like, you know, we're the elite team, you know, but we know these guys, we got to stomp on their neck. You understand?
Right.
Finish them off, and then, you know, we good to go.
So someone mentioned to me, over the weekend, someone mentioned to me, I was out of town over the weekend, and I was with a group of guys that dance dads, right? I was at a dance competition, and they was like, "Hey, listen, I watch your podcast, and I like you guys, you know, comments and commentate, you know, things that you guys talk about." And he was like, he said one of your guys, a couple of you guys on your team there was saying that you guys wanted to take on Miami, and he was saying to me, this is before yesterday's game, so he was saying to me, you know, how do you feel? How do you know, what your team feel about that now? Do you think that we would have had a better series running through the Sixers than we're running through Miami? Not like, because Stacks mentioned he's saying like climbing through Miami is like a, you know, like we're accomplishing something, and you just mentioned like Miami shouldn't even be in the category as a foe, but they treat it like it is.
Us like they will go at the Knicks or another team. It's just that motivation. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
right. So Stacks, you get what I mean? He's saying like, he was saying, why, you know, why do we feel? He asked me like, why do your guy feel like Miami's that team that we have to beat to get to, you know, just because of last year?
I should say Miami looks at us different. They look at us as that's their championship.
Absolutely.
We looking at them like, fuck it, it's the Heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Now, when LBJ was there, it was different. We looked at him different. You know what I'm saying? But now that it's Jimmy and that clown show, Tyler Hero, and the rest of them dudes, it's
a thorn in our side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a thorn in our
side. They are. Last year they dealt us that blow, though. They sure enough took care of business last year. So is getting past
different
them?
Team, though, this year. Different team.
I know.
Yes.
But they look. Celtics fell asleep 2 games ago.
Yeah, and that was. I don't.
They can't sleep. So
like I said,
Shizzy's right. I'm with what Shizzy's saying. Shiz is right. The Celtics cannot afford to play down to any opponent right now, especially in the playoffs. Not
especially
on the
these
top
guys.
echelon. They can't play down to these opponents, man.
Is it that we fell asleep?
It's dangerous to do that.
I think it's a combination. Is it we fell asleep or our role players play like straight dog shit? That's.
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree too.
You know,
we need all that to work.
Again, when guys are bullshitting like that, that's when everybody hits everything. You know that. You understand?
Right.
And
yeah. And then we're not bringing that defense intensity either.
Yeah.
Shizzy, I had a quick question.
Sure.
You brought it up earlier. So I was going back and forth with this in my own head because my father, my father used to do the shootout shit. If you've been around basketball forever, I played a little bit. Played with the traveling shitty team with Big Joe and Stacks and Ruben and all these motherfuckers, Spencer and Hector. But anyway, how do you feel about the analytical part of the game now? How they're using the analytics to because you grew up in, when you played, it wasn't as I'm sure they had some form of it. But how do you feel like now how the NBA is heavily on analytics and just not just the Celtics, but just in general? I want to get your take on that. You being a coach and an ex-player.
Yeah, for me, first and foremost, analytics always been around, right? Which is just stats, it's just kept on a higher level now. Just how they always say, he was the first person to goddamn score 30 while somebody's eating popcorn in the corner or some shit like that. It's right. Always a new stat, right? So in saying that, I think on the court, as far as on the court, first and foremost, if you're looking at statistics and you say, Stacks, he scored 4,000 in high school. I don't know, right? You look at Stoney, right? He scored 2,000 in high school, right? So they're looking at this guy scored 4,000 points. Does that say that Stacks is a better player than Stoney? Right? We're not talking about the eye test or nothing. We're just looking at the numbers, right? They play the same amount of games, but we're not putting into context, the team Stoney's playing on. You feel what I'm saying? Or this guy, how many shots Stacks takes per game, right? You understand? So, but when with the analytics, if you notice, when it comes down to the nitty gritty, a lot of that goes out the window. Like, everybody's shooting the 3-pointer with Steph or what have you, not taking into context. They do take a lot of twos, certain guys on the team and certain guys taking a lot of threes, but everybody's following that model. But then you have Kawhi, everybody shooting short range shots and being more efficient. You understand? Because, these days, you rather take a 3 than a 2. If I shoot more 3s than you shoot 2s, I should win the game. That's, quote unquote, some type of some people think this analytical stat they follow. You understand? But that doesn't always you don't always get that end result, because eye test definitely comes into play. People looking at Jordan or LeBron down the line, if they're just looking at numbers, they say, this guy done did every goddamn thing. You understand? But then if you're looking with the eye test and you go to the 6 MVPs and the 6 finals and not losing and things like this, you understand? It says more. But I think with the analytics, I think there's good and bad. I think it's kind of 50-50, but I think it affects, and that's a whole nother show. A lot of the coaching, right?
Okay. Yeah, there you go. That's a good observation.
Yes.
Analytics do affect the coaching part of the game. Exactly.
Yeah,
you're right.
Because a lot of these coaches, you see the bench, they got like 40 people, and the thing is, a lot of those guys don't know shit about basketball. They might be mathematicians or you understand the uncles.
Right.
You know what time it is. We're not gonna go deep, man. No homo, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
No, for real.
So they do got a staff on. Yeah, exactly. Everybody got a little,
and it's something that people hide behind too sometimes. Right? They say, you're telling them this. They say, but we have the stats here. We're going with this.
We're gonna say,
right.
Yeah. So.
Right. Oh man, good observation on that analytics part. But
I
think analytics always been there. You're right. It's always been in sports. It's just more now that they're using, like you said, these mathematicians and these guys to actually they face for now. Before they was always there behind. Now they're there. Like you said, they're sitting on the bench now.
Because numbers can lie. You understand? Okay, you come home, you see the score of the game. We have 50, or my friend has 71. They lost. You understand?
Yeah.
They've been on a losing streak. Okay, right? You understand? But I guess it's good for TV and shit. I guess I don't know.
That's true. Analytics is good for TV. So how about the West Coast games? What do y'all go? What we got going on? LA survived. We talked about that a little bit.
Both LA survived.
Both LA survived.
Yeah, both LA survived.
Because I feel like Clippers couldn't. If they lost today, it was really gonna be a wrap.
Oh yeah, 3-1 wrap.
Right.
So Timberwolves and Phoenix, which I think.
Timberwolves, man, and on some other shit right now, dog.
Ant-Man's on some other shit.
Motherfucker here.
But are they
And what's the series? And what's the series on that?
He hit shots and talking shit to KD walking back down the court.
Oh man, that's bad.
Right now,
man.
That's bad.
He on one. Don't get him started right now.
Oh
That
man,
was my
that's
pick in the West, Shizzy, Minnesota.
Huh? That was your pick?
That was my pick, yeah.
Yeah, man. See, my whole it's tough, man. Like,
yeah, it is, man.
These, Durant. I don't want to see him get swept again, man. These guys, man. It's and we talked about Phoenix last week.
Yes, we did.
It's just a bad situation.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bad situation. That's what I was trying to come across. That's why I was trying to tell you guys that's a bad situation for KD to be on this kind of like down.
They was fighting
downward,
all year trying to, it's just
it's a situation he asked to be in too. He asked to be there.
No,
you gotta think about that. He asked to be there, but that team. If I was the GM, shout out my man Jones over there. That team could be fixed, man. It's easy to fix that team. All you got to do is take away and add. That's all he has to do. And you got first of all,
subtraction. Yep.
They should have never. They should have. If when he's healthy, Chris Paul was a nice piece for that team. When he's healthy, he ran that team well. He was a great point guard for that team. That's when Devin Booker was at his best.
Yes.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, so if somehow or another could talk Bill into doing a Westbrook thing coming off that bench and replace him with a real point guard, and then they got good role players that they need to give more minutes, that team could flourish, man, because they got pieces on that team. And once again, I don't know if Vogel's the guy.
He's defensive guy.
Who's the coach that took him to the finals?
That was your boy Monty Williams.
Wow, that was a good team that year. That Suns team was
that's
the Chris Paul.
Dev didn't have to do much but get buckets with CP3. That's all he had to do. That's it. But now you ask him to run the piss. Now you ask him to get shots. Now you ask him to create for people. It's too much for him. He can't do it. So, but when you just say, Devin, when you say Devin display the two, he go in. You know what I'm saying? He gonna go in.
Sure.
Like you said, but the reality is like it looks like like you said, KD's going down again, right? Like,
well, tonight they've
tonight's game 4. This is what
tonight's game 4. Yeah, they're gonna have to.
And before I know we got Shizzy for a little short time, but what's going on with this Milwaukee game? Like, is that done and over with? Is that series over?
I mean, they losing right now, but it's not looking good for them. They don't have Lillard or Giannis. They don't have
all Giannis. So that's that situation is done, right? So
I mean, it's not done yet.
It's not done yet, but it's almost there, man. I don't know if Giannis is coming back, man.
They said my friend has a Achilles strain.
No, calf strain.
Calf? Yeah, I know the calf strain too well. It depends on the level of it, because it's tough to go to calf strain, man. Right?
Remember, that's what KD had on Golden State. Then they turned into his Achilles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
It's all connected.
Yep.
It's all connected.
It's all connected.
And they learned from it. That's why they sitting them. They learned from that shit. They would have played him. If KD's situation didn't happen that year and people looked at that, they would have played Giannis, and they learned. They said, nah, man, we can't risk that shit.
Yeah. And that calf strain, it hurt, man. It's like one of those things, like you be running, and all of a sudden it feels like somebody kicked you in the back of the calf or maybe threw something at you. And I've been there. You look behind you, you try to take a step. Oh shit, you know what I mean?
That's exactly what he did. Remember that shit happened to him at that Celtic game. That's exactly what he did. Exactly.
Well, if you remember, I'm not petty. I don't wish injury on no one. But when Dog did what he did with Griffin, that's what they get. This is what you get. It's called karma, and it's a bitch. And when you did what you did, and you was being behind the scenes, early in the year, being a low key mentor, but scheming on his job, getting in there.
Yeah, Doc.
It just the energy in the building wasn't good after that. I wasn't there. I'm assuming if you know, like I said, I don't want no one to get hurt. It's just that they're getting what they deserve. I don't want no one to hurt. I don't want y'all to be hurt. I don't want Lillard to be hurt. But the whole energy around that dude getting fired like that, and the whole thing like that was just weird. I heard stories about his brother not getting along with the coach. His brothers shouldn't even be on the team, but I get it. Family first, right?
That was different, man. You would think he would at least finish the year, though, man. That team was like
saying, but at the time, if you go back and watch the show, I said Karma's gonna be a bitch for these dudes.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about? Doc Rivers,
exactly.
To me, I don't think he's a good coach. That's just me. But I'm not.
He's not a good postseason coach, Doc. He's just not. He's not a good. I just don't think
he's a good dude. Like obviously,
I think word is out on him. You know, and I've heard stories just as far as throwing guys under the bus.
Yeah, he threw Ben Simmons on. He kind of ruined Ben's career a little bit. I felt
he sure enough ruined Ben recovered from that. Ben Simmons didn't recover from that. You're right. He didn't recover from that mentally. He didn't.
True. That's one.
You know what? I read this story about Doc Rivers. You know when the Celtics won in 2008, and this is maybe minimal, maybe this don't mean shit, but this just tells me about a guy's character. He didn't celebrate with them. He went home. He lived around the corner from. He lived over there on in Copley at one of those high rises.
Yeah,
he went home.
He lived in Avalon. He lived in up in Avalon.
Yep. Whatever it was, but he didn't celebrate with the team, just on some weirdo shit. He's just always been off to me, like off-putting. Yeah. JJ Redick seems like a good dude, right? He seems like he's connected in the NBA. People seem to like him. Got a whole shit with LeBron, got a whole podcast, NBA. Maybe he's a kiss ass, I don't know. But when he said what he said about Doc, like he never takes accountability, that kind of rang true with me. And I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes. Shizzy, you know more people in NBA Stacks. I know you know a few people. I just don't fuck with that dude. That dude just seems something's not right with that dude.
Yeah, when there's smoke, there's fire, man.
Right.
Many players saying similar stuff. You feel me? And you know how it is in hoop, man. You know what I mean? When you win, everybody love. You know what I mean? It's
they love you. Exactly.
When it's not going right. So you know they looking for who to put the blame on. You understand?
Yeah.
And then and as far as the league goes, I think with coaches, obviously it's politics everywhere, but it's very political. I mean, we can go down the line of coaches that was winning plenty of games and then they take their job.
True.
And so you know, again, it's a players' league. If the guys are not feeling you, they're gonna keep you moving.
Exactly.
I don't think Budenholzer should have lost his job. I thought that shit was crazy.
Yeah, and he was going through it. Did somebody passing his family or something?
Yeah, his brother died. I think his brother got his wife or his brother. I think maybe his brother got killed or some shit.
Yeah, in the car or something. But he was still coaching.
They should have took Bob Hill's job in San Antonio back in the day. Threw him under the bus. People forget Bob Hill was a hell of a coach. Pop came in. Took his shit.
What it was with Bob Hill was a lot of players didn't like the way he handled Dennis. So that when Robin was there, he kind of ostracized Dennis and ran Dennis out of town. And he was not known as a players coach. So he was a good coach though, but like you said though, a lot of people don't want to play that old rah shit. Like you know what I'm saying? That old angry Bobby Knight shit. Nobody want to deal with that shit.
Not nowadays.
Not nowadays. That shit's done and over.
That ain't happening.
You gotta get rid of Bob. Look what Pop did after Bob.
No, let me tell you, Spreewell, like he let it. Like I think Spreewell the one that just started that whole. He ain't taking shit.
PJ still got the marks around his neck.
PJ still got the marks behind his neck.
PJ,
that's surprised.
Shaw,
I thought PG
Brian Shaw said the story about that. He has a good. If y'all check it out, Brian Shaw. He was there when that happened, man. He broke that shit down nice and how that led to that.
I thought PJ would have got another college job. I thought he was a good college coach, at Seton Hall, I think that shit fucked PJ up mentally. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think
no, he got quiet, man, because you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
you see them
he was
games, you see how
barking.
he's screaming. He was one of those guys. Spree choked the dog out of him.
Yeah,
He sat on that bench quiet, collected them 4 rings, whatever he got. You understand?
Yeah.
You know, and he's pretty good in the booth
Yeah.
too, man. You would never think.
He is. He does call a good game. You're right about that. He does. Shout out to speaking of call, man, Hubie Brown called a great game, dog.
Nah,
Yeah,
he's
he
the
does.
best, man. That's
Like,
right.
man,
Brown,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to
Yeah,
Hubie
like-
Brown. Yeah, he was.
Hubie Brown's really good.
You break it down, right?
Word. You'll be been around, man. You already
He
know.
been around,
You know
man.
who's my favorite? Doug Collins. I know he's. I used to love listening to Doug
was dope,
Collins.
too.
Yeah, Doug Collins is good.
Doug called a good game. Doug called a good game.
Oh yeah,
too.
Doug Collins. Yeah, Doug Collins calls a good game. He's pretty decent too. Yeah.
It's a lot of people. I think Greg Anthony's starting to get up there. Greg's starting to call a good game.
Oh, Greg Anthony. Yo, but
Yeah.
real quick though,
Greg,
what
Greg
happened?
got to stay out the combat zone. He's still floating around there. Wasn't Greg?
Oh shit, yeah. Greg be getting a little. Greg be dipping. Greg be doing a little paying for some.
Look where he came from, though. UNLV, he learned the right way.
Yeah. Early in the game.
Early.
Greg was pimping early.
I ain't gonna front. When I found out Greg was paying for pussy, I was just glad it wasn't a tranny. I was like, not that it's my business, but
You know the backstory.
Yo, it just-
backstory
it just-
on that the backstory on that UNLV team shit. You know he wasn't on scholarship there. Greg Anthony.
Greg Anthony?
Nah, he wasn't on scholarship. Greg Anthony had a t-shirt business, dog, that he was paying his way.
Wow.
And think about that. I think
shout out for Greg Anthony paying for
Yeah.
pussy.
yeah, but shit, a lot of them do that.
Yeah, but he got divorced and caught. So
I thought his son would take advantage of that point guard spot. He never could do it, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, the Magic, this draft bad. They drafted so many people at that spot. Then they traded for Markelle Fultz. So they got and then drafted the kid from Arkansas, CJ Black. All played the same.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yo, what's going on with Fultz? He's hurt?
Nah, he playing well.
He's playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What team he play for?
Man.
What he play
Magic.
for?
The
The
Magic.
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 Since he got to Orlando, he been doing all right.
Yeah, shout out to Fultz, man, because it was
Fultz
looking
solid.
bad for a little bit for him, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't pick him though.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he was the consensus number 1 pick.
Shout out to
I'm
Danny
glad-
Ainge.
Danny Ainge, man. You got to give props to Danny Ainge, man.
There's 2 guys in that draft that we almost picked, and it was 3. It was Lonzo Ball,
Justin
Yep.
Jackson.
Yup.
Justin Jackson, and it was Markelle Fultz.
Oh,
And Danny
man.
Ainge passed on all 3 of them guys.
He passed on all 3 of them motherfuckers.
Took Tatum.
Shout out for Danny for doing his homework. Danny said he was going to take Tatum the whole
Yeah, he
time.
said
I was
Take
rocking
Tatum
with Tatum
anyway.
in the draft, and I was messing with Ball. I like Ball, but we didn't need Ball. I felt like Tatum was definitely the guy.
Yeah, he was definitely the guy. We didn't need Ball.
You like ball? You had like Ball his game coming out of college?
Yeah, Ball
Yeah,
was solid at UCLA. He was solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
solid. Great guard.
So what happened with Ball?
Hurt.
Why didn't it transition for him in
Injuries.
Injuries. I think he would have thrived with the Bulls. The Bulls was the right fit for him.
Yeah,
Played
injuries.
D.
And is he
It
out of
wasn't LA.
basketball?
It was the Bulls.
Is he out of basketball?
Out to be.
Okay.
About
Yeah, he got a bad injury that they don't know he's
And
gonna
the
be able
young
to
brother,
recover from it.
how's he doing down there in Charlotte?
he's hurt
balling.
too.
He's hurt, but he was balling though. But he's hurt.
He do his thing.
Fucking with them cheap ass sneakers. That's what it was.
That's what it was. Because he's been hurt for 2 seasons, right?
Yeah, 2 seasons in the room. He signed a
He's
Puma.
out here with them pro kids trying to run in the NBA.
Because I forgot about him. That's
He
why I
got
said
some
2
fly
seasons.
kicks, man. I don't have any, but he definitely got some.
Nah, he signed with Puma. He been with Puma for the last 2 years. They're actually all right.
Nah,
Actually,
Puma
Puma
got nice
yo,
stuff.
shit's shout out to Puma. Got a circuit now for the high school kids. They do some good shit.
Oh,
with
what's
kids.
up? That's what's up.
Oh yeah, Puma do mess. Puma's
Yeah.
in, they in the apparel thing. They trying to get back in there. They trying to get in there, like.
Yeah,
literally.
guess whose team's the best team on that circuit? Shout out to Marcus Smart too.
Oh, he got hemmed up. Yeah, he's a Puma guy too, right?
Yeah, his team is the best team. You look up Puma circuit, you see his team top of the damn list.
Mark, we gotta get Marcus a ring somehow.
And they from Oklahoma.
We gotta get a beam team in there.
Yeah, for real. So Any other things going on in the NBA you guys want to talk about? Because I do want to get on to the NFL quick rundown on the draft, man. With Shiz, I mean, I know it's all basketball, but I'm gonna just ask you before you go. What do you think about what the Patriots did? Oh no, I'm gonna ask you this question first.
Okay.
Are you a Patriots fan?
Absolutely. Come on, I was there when we did all them losing years.
I just gotta ask these questions.
Listen, I got a picture of me and you. You were rocking the old school Patriots shit. I'll get it for you.
Shout out to Andre Tippett. Shout out to Andre Tippett.
You know what I mean?
Andre Tippett.
Yo, shit.
Shout out to Willie McGinnis. That's the homie.
Shout out to Chris Slade.
Oh yeah, Willie McGinnis is the homie. Yeah, Willie's the homie. Willie was in these streets out here, man.
No, Willie
was in the streets.
Still in the streets.
Let me tell you, Willie was out here, man. This dude was running around out here, man.
Yo, I found out this weekend one of wifey's friends, which is one of my daughter's dance mates, friends and friends, is Ty Law's cousin. Like, I'm like, serious? Ty Law's your cousin this whole time? You didn't tell me? She's like, yeah, she's from Pittsburgh, but I didn't know that would kind of like correlate with each other. But yeah, Ty Law, another one. Those. Shout out Ty Law. He was out here when you saying out here in the streets. He was outside. He was outside out here.
I remember when Shiz played for UMass.
Lloyd Malloy too, Stony.
All that was running with Made Men.
Yeah, there you go.
VIP.
Yeah.
Remember the VIP at the top
Shizzy said it.
Shizzy had me in the VIP with those cats.
They was running with
Lloyd Malloy took one of my little things. I was trying to get it back to Tremont Street. Lloyd Malloy come over with a 3-piece suit, dancing and shit. I was with Shizzy. Shizzy had me in the VIP. Shizzy used to treat me right in the VIP though. Shit, them RSO niggas fucked it up for everybody.
Word. Shout out to RSO, man.
Yeah, man.
Boston's own rap group, RSO, man, and Made Men. Yo, that was times though, but yeah. So,
what do you think about Drake May, Shizzy?
What do you think about Drake May? That's the question. And I know we're kind of like, yeah, but that's the question. We're gonna go into the draft thing. So, Patriots, the draft came off pretty well. We already know who the Bears was gonna do. I thought Washington was just gonna do something stupid and not play Daniels so we could grab Daniels, but Stacks, I'm gonna say this. And Shizzy, I want to ask you about the third pick, which is Drake May. I saw some, and I have it queued up, and I'm gonna just run it when we can.
Okay.
The kid's good. The kid is good. I didn't see much of this dude, but he comparable to Josh Allen is
Josh
correct.
Allen.
It's correct, yo.
If you look back at our old video, I wasn't sold on him, so I actually watched the tape. Then I watched the film, and I said, "Yo, he's not as bad as I thought.
He's not as bad as I thought."
And he's young. Them other guys, I didn't know them other. Daniel's 3 years older than him, so I didn't know that. But Drake May, like, he's a big, strong 6'5", big arm. Gotta have a big arm to that northeast, bro. You just have to. You cannot have a small arm to throw in that snow, rain, cold. You gotta have a big arm.
Yep.
Now, and shout out to Drake May. He was like shit. He was like a highly recruited basketball player. His brother played at North Carolina too.
Yeah, he talked about playing basketball with his brothers.
Yeah, the whole family, like they all hoop. I think he was the only one that went to football. He started on. I didn't know he started at Alabama. He started at Alabama. Yeah, he transferred to UNC. Yeah, he sure did. Transferred.
My whole thing with the NFL QBs, and you guys are the experts at this. For me, it's like the top quarterbacks coming out every year. If you have a pick, obviously you need a quarterback, you gotta draft, but it's a kind of cross your fingers things because you don't know how guys are gonna translate in the NFL. You understand? Right. And it's definitely, I think obviously with basketball, you can kind of see with the eye test with basketball, but I think with quarterbacks, and I'm talking about playing right away. The guys, that, that play right away. Those guys are very good. But
CJ Stroud and them type.
I sent y'all the link. CJ Stroud said he was the best quarterback in the draft.
He did say that. That's what Stroud said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So sorry to cut you, but go ahead.
Nah. So for me, it's just listen. If he can get it done, I'm behind him. You know, pause. That's we. I see we got Brissett, we got the OG just in case things go left. He'll win us a few games. Yeah, you know what I mean? But it's something where, you know, the new coach, we want to turn everything upside down, you know, and give this coach some time. You know what I mean? But you know, it starts with the QB, and we got one.
Right. I think. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I like. I like the pick in terms of the quarterback is his size, his mobility. He throws good on the run. But look, real quick, Caleb Williams, he's small. He's small, you know, and that's something to think about. So he's definitely gonna have to scramble a lot to create that space for him to throw. He's 6'1".
No else was small too, Stoney. Drew Brees. Look what he did.
That's true.
Yeah, but Drew Brees, he's what you call one of those special guys, man. That comes around every once in a while. For his size, he was a special guy. Remember, he went through some shit too. Remember, he was in San Diego. They let him go, so he had to work for his, and he found his home to a good quarterback coach in Sean Payton. That's why don't sleep on Bo Nix and Sean Payton, man. Sean Payton is a great quarterback coach. Great.
I'm sleeping on that.
He developed quarterbacks really well.
I'm in the bed under the covers on Bo Nix and Sean Payton.
You're gonna see. Yo, I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see with that guy. And he loved Bo Nix.
Prove me wrong. I don't do.
Yo, we're gonna talk about it.
So I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna share my screen real quick with you guys, and so you guys can see a little bit of Bo Nix. Drake May. Sorry. Dude.
Yeah, he has that Josh Allen vibe.
You can't run like that in the pro.
Well, you got to manage that.
You got to manage that.
You got to manage it, but there's gonna be times where he's gonna have to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So, with that being said, I think that dude, just a real quick, he looks like he's good on his feet. They had some plays that he was throwing that his arm is strong too. Yo, Stats, you might be right. I do like Penix. I think Penix should have been, you know, barring injuries, probably been the guy here. But yo, Drake May looked like he can with a little development. He could be Josh Allen 2.0. You never know.
Yep.
And that ain't bad.
That ain't bad. And I think
that ain't bad. If we can end up with, and that's and that's strategic too on the Patriots side, because now we have one of those type of quarterbacks in our division. So it's not that we're just dealing with Tua and Josh Allen in the AFC East. Now we're gonna have a little bit of that poison too, with that same type of let's say quarterback play. You know, that running power quarterback who can dunk. They showed some plays where he can throw on that same shit Josh Allen does.
Oh yeah, he could throw it
on the run,
well.
You know, and do a little bit of all that shit. They showed he got a little bit of all of that. And I didn't play it all, but he got some run with him. The kids,
they drafted. They addressed all their issues in that draft.
Yes,
I think.
Yes, they did. I like the way they drafted. I love the offensive line.
It's funny though, that receiver Stoney they drafted from UCF was
home run hitter.
Well, he was at Alabama with Drake May, so they know each other.
Yes,
right?
They said he could be a one.
He's a home run hitter too.
He talk mad shit.
He plays that long ball.
He said, "Where the motherfucking look at?" That's what he said.
Okay then.
He said,
"Yeah." So he
said that on his live, like they passed on me. Y'all slept on me.
He can stretch that field.
That might be good motivation.
And
that's the motivation we
don't
need.
make people in wheelchairs stand up at Gillette Stadium.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, he don't have to back it up.
You need that. You need this.
You need that.
All that Bill Belichick and whatever. Bill, I don't want to get to the Bill shit, but you need to take chances on guys,
right?
Who are these new age cats, bro. Like this is not Mel Ott and fucking 1945 bootleg. Niggas got personalities. You gotta let niggas be who they are.
Right.
Hey, Bill did take chances. I think when he took that chance on Aaron, he kind of backed up a little bit after that shit.
Yeah.
And I think that was.
Knew, but see, this is where Bill.
No, Bill would take the chance. Bill always took the chance. I think that
they
was.
knew Aaron was out there doing his thing. You know that, right?
I think
I think they knew, but they didn't know like that. I don't think they
didn't know like that.
He shot someone in college.
Nah,
I think they didn't know Aaron was like that.
Huh?
I think
they didn't know he was like that to that extreme.
No, not murderer, but he shot someone, fam.
Of
course. He shot someone.
He punched somebody and caused them to lose their hearing.
But
punch
eyes.
Somebody in their ear.
So you shoot someone in college and you take a chance on them and you don't.
Nah, he didn't shoot. I don't think so. Shit, I think he assaulted somebody in college. Like
he shot someone. Stone. He shot someone, my dude.
But he never got. He shot someone. I think that other light skinned cat that was with him took the rap for that. He never.
Yeah, his man's that was down there in Florida.
The one that was on his team trying to rap.
He was on the team. He was on the team.
Yeah, he was on the team for
that. They didn't talk. They didn't bring it up.
Couple of run-ins, letting that thing go down in Florida. You know,
that whole Gator team was wild. The Pouncey brothers was on that team too.
Exactly, they showed.
The Pouncey brothers, yeah.
Granted, I didn't think he knew he was gonna kill 10 people, whatever. But he shot someone and they knew it.
I personally just think that the Patriots, getting back to the draft, I think the Patriots made some good picks. I heard, like I said, I was busy this weekend. You guys was updating me more than anything, so y'all can tell me how well we did. And I think we picked up another quarterback in the 6th round, and it's the kid out of 10.
They call that kid Bazooka Joe, yo.
Yep, Bazooka Joe. Something. What's his name? Milton.
He was a good quarterback at Tennessee. He suffered an Achilles tear as well.
He been something for a minute.
He threw 73 yards in the air. 73 yards in the air.
Quentin Milton or something like that.
Joe Milton
Milton Jr.
He was good at Tennessee.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah,
he ain't accurate, but he got a big arm, man. Big arm.
Maybe they'll turn him into something else though. Like
they may trade him.
He came out and said, "I ain't playing nothing." He already said that.
They may trade him because they may trade him. I mean,
quarterback. He said he coming to compete. That's what he said.
Whoa,
I like that attitude.
I like that attitude.
No, but if he's beating your number three pick out, then there's a problem.
That shit happened with Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he beat out a veteran though. He didn't beat out a number 3 pick.
He beat out a veteran. They gave money to.
They gave him a lot of money.
That dude never recovered too.
The guy Flynn was he had one good playoff game and they paid him. This dude's a number 3 pick.
It was Matt Flynn. His name was Matt Flynn.
Yup, Matt Flynn. He could beat out Brissett. I don't think he's gonna take May's spot.
No, I don't think Hey, but that's a good problem to have.
No, it is. I'm just saying,
it's a great problem to have.
It's a problem.
But you think May's gonna start?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think he's gonna have to take
maybe later in the year they might dip him in there.
No, we tell you, man.
7, 8, maybe.
It's rare to have 3 quarterbacks on a roster.
He's not ready from the gate.
They might put Milton on practice.
Not no more, Stoney, because the whole thing with San Fran in that playoff.
They did let.
You're right. They need a depth. They definitely need depth. I think they're gonna require teams to have depth there because they don't want their running backs to be the emergency quarterback and shit.
So who's we draft? Who's Quinyon Mitchell?
That's the other guy. Yeah, that's the other. I think that's the other receiver we drafted.
We drafted him. Okay. But guys, real quick, let me just run this down. So the Bears was the number 1 Steelers. What did the Steelers do that was so impressive for the league to think they were the number 2 winners in the draft?
Offensive line. Drafted 2 of the top offensive linemen in the draft.
Okay. Yes, I see that right now. The kid from Washington and the kid from West Virginia, Zach Frazier and Troy.
And they got one of them
at 51, or whatever name.
Top 10 rated old lineman. Got him at like
Yeah, the
51
Steelers-
or something.
They draft well. They got a good wide receiver, Roman Wilson out of Michigan. That's a good.
Yeah,
that's a good
they
receiver.
always, you know them.
They always draft well. They great at drafting wide receivers and linebackers.
Okay. He drafted a linebacker, Peyton Wilson, out of North Carolina State.
Which was a great pick. 6'4", 238.
Pittsburgh always draft well at that position.
They always draft well. And the linebackers, that's
and receivers.
forever.
So,
That's the 70s. Still
they
current.
always get linebackers and receivers. They always get that right. They always get that right.
It's amazing how they get those good receivers, man. That are just
Who,
fast.
Pittsburgh? Yeah.
Yeah, man. Hines Ward, Burris.
And then Philadelphia got a grade number A for their picks that they made in their draft. So they said they did pretty good in this draft too. So
they drafted a good corner.
They drafted defensive back, Iowa second rounder Cooper DeJean. They drafted him. They drafted a 5th rounder, Clemson linebacker Jeremiah Trotter Jr.
Yeah, Charlie going back to Philly with his pops played.
Yeah, that was on the strength of his pops, man. He gonna have to make that squad.
Yeah, he was a 5th round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see the losers in here. The Giants. They said the Giants did pretty good too. So
Atlanta was a loser.
A lot of people are saying that, but Bill Belichick came on a part. He was on there on one of them.
Take draft advice from him. We can't.
But listen, he's saying it was a good problem to have for Atlanta to have both Cousins and have Penix there, because Cousins might not be, with his age and with the injury, might not be up to the task. That's what Bill said. So.
But the question was, was Atlanta high on this guy?
Yes, they said Atlanta had
for a while.
Yes, Atlanta they had him ranked the best quarterback in the draft. That's what they had him ranked. They had him ranked the best quarterback in the draft. Like me and Doe said, that coach liked him. If you like a guy and that's the guy you want, take him. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, for sure. The only thing is, if they're saying, which I don't know, it's all speculation, media bullshit. Everybody's in the media, including us. They promised Kurt that they build that team for him. Exactly. So he thought they were going to pick an offensive player. They thought he was going to pick someone to help him, and they didn't.
I'm gonna tell you.
They gave him some money, man. They gave him some money.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. Since you're gonna agree, they gave Kurt that money. Then when they went to Penix Pro Day, it was like, oh shit.
True. That's a good point.
That's exactly what happened. They went to the Pro Day, it was like, oh shit.
The draft grade for Atlanta Falcons is a D.
Yeah, of
and
course.
I don't think it's because of the player. It's not because of the player. It's because
they needed a defensive play on that.
Yeah, it's not because of the player. It's just because they could have used it somewhere else. It's not because of Penix is a D.
You're right.
Not just that.
So we gotta clarify that. It's not because when you get these grades, it's not about because like Shizzy D said earlier, we don't know how none of these dudes. Everybody's good on draft day. The 6th round pick. Oh, he's a steal. He's a corner. He's a ball hog. Half these motherfuckers ain't gonna be in the league next year. Let's keep even more than half. But when they give you these grades, it's graded on what you needed and what you drafted. If you look at these draft books and you look at,
and they said that
your research on that, so
they said they needed to reinforce their defense and
But we said that, but they picked Penix, but the rest of their picks was defense.
Yeah,
the rest of the picks was defense. You're right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So but this is where the prognosticators come in. Is what are these guys rated? Which we don't know. Did anybody know who Puka Nacua was last year? I didn't. He's the best receiver in the NFL.
The Rams
had the best receiver in the NFL right now by numbers. Not saying he's better than Jefferson, and I'm saying numbers wise. Mm-hmm. He was a 5th round pick. So it's fun to have these conversations. It keeps our show going. I'm not trying to, be a downer. I'm just saying when you look at these grades, it's not the player actuals, what the needs were, and what they have these guys ranked on paper.
And how does Mel Kiper has a job all these years? He's been wrong every year.
Yeah, these guys hedge their best, so they know if a guy turn out, they can say, "Oh, I said he was gonna be this and be that."
Right.
You know, we do this all the time. You understand? So, but they're on a higher
Right.
level, so it makes them look good. If the guy doesn't turn out, you know, you forget about him. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, they actually drafted some good fucking. They drafted some D like a motherfucker, man.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
The Rams, right?
Nah, the Falcons, man. They
Falcons.
drafted them.
I think the Falcons did. Some people might look, and we might be wrong. I mean, this might be correct. They might go down as probably making a bad decision in the 2024 draft by picking Michael Penix at number 8.
We'll see.
But we'll see. I think
we'll see.
for reinsurance and for the future, like that GM came and said with the coach, with Raheem Morris sitting next to him, both of them said, listen, we picked Michael Penix because he is our future. Like, they looking for him as the future. Now, yes, Terrence T. Sorry.
You can't sit on him too long. He's old.
He would say, yo, he said the dude was playing way back in the days. He's like almost 30 years old. But
yeah, he can't sit on him too long.
They can't sit on him too long. At 24, 23, 24, he probably got 2 years or a year before he has to stop playing.
You gotta think about it though. These quarterbacks are playing till they fucking 42. Look at Aaron Rodgers, fucking 41, and then you got
backup quarterbacks are making bread too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Quarterbacks.
I just think they're gonna throw I think they're gonna throw a brace on Penix's knee, like how Tom Brady played for the last 10 years of his career on the brace. They're gonna throw a brace on that knee, and I think he'll be
what
fine.
happened. I'm telling you, they looked at the tape and they went to his pro day and was like, the coach was like,
I can see that because he had a great pro day. He had.
I'm telling you.
And that's the next thing. I know nobody likes Bill no more, but you know what Bill said about the kid? He said yes, he was hurt during his career a lot. You know, when he transferred out of where was it, Indiana?
Yeah.
But he said, you know what? He's been healthy for the past 2 seasons, and he's been playing solid football for the past 2 years at Washington. And it's true.
Like I said, he went to high school down here in Tampa, and he fucking tore Florida up in high school.
And they said he played in 45 football games. So he's ready to go. He's not like someone who's green and only played 1 season. He's played 45 games.
How much Cousins have left in the tank anyway? You know,
I say a year or 2.
This is it. This is it right here. I think this is last year.
I don't know how
gave him 3 years guaranteed.
I don't know what's the stipulations on it, if it's non-guaranteed or what.
2 years. 2 years. He got 2 years that he 2 years they could that I think 2 years is guaranteed. 2 years.
Yep, with the 3rd year option. And the thing is, though, Shizzy, as you might know, that Achilles getting chased by these big grown men and young kids that's so fast. Now these young kids. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a quarterback, and I'm not no professional athlete, but he's gonna be running for his life real soon.
Yeah,
off
of an Achilles. That's why
unless he gets the ball off quick, he may not have to do that. He throws the ball, he gets the ball out.
What about the jump throw? What about those moves?
Hey, dog, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Justin Jefferson ain't there to bail his ass out no more. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Justin Jefferson allowed him to pad his fucking stats. Say what you want. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Throw that joint. I get it.
JJ allowed him to pad those stats. Don't get that twisted. That dude, go back and look at them catches JJ was making. Please do. I'm telling you, don't let them numbers fool you.
I think the D grade for the grade, that grade for Atlanta was a little bit too far-fetched as far as I'm concerned. Maybe a solid C, but I would have still picked, I would have picked Penix. You know what I mean? I wanted the Patriots to pick him, but not at 3. You see what I'm saying? That was my thing. It was not at 3. I didn't want him at 3. I wanted him down the line. If you get him, with whoever, if it was Minnesota or whoever wanted to trade.
I think Stacks is right, but once he had that pro day, his shit shot right.
It had to go number 8, and they said this is in history the most offensive players was drafted in history in the first round.
No defense.
No
defense.
It's an offensive league.
No defense at all until the
Offensive
second
league.
round.
They just
they got a cornerback.
fantasy. It's not for the rules favor the offense. It's an offensive league.
Yep.
I'm a firm believer, man. Football, you need that one anchor on defense, man.
No,
You know,
Yeah, hell yeah.
They don't really
100%.
have them like that. The one feature guy, if it's a Ray Lewis, a LT, or
I agree.
Clowney when he was.
I agree. I
You
agree.
need that one guy to keep that pressure. That know he's gonna get to Mahone every now and then.
Mahomes.
Keep his eyes
Yeah.
hurt,
Mhm.
you know, but
Yeah.
it's like the team's not focused on having that type of guy. The stars, I feel like, are more in the secondary than the
True.
the linebackers. and
That's
stuff
true.
like that, but
And,
They don't
and
run the
Shiz,
ball no
and Shiz,
more.
you know what that come from, Shiz? The key word, analytics again. We go back to analytics and the way they
and
draft
the
now.
running back, that whole
The running back is nobody no more.
The running back's nobody.
They don't run the ball. No more.
They draft them late because they feel like those good running backs.
They
The
use
stats
that-
show they come out late. They late.
Not
The
to
good
cut you off,
running
Stoney,
backs are
but
late.
the analytics that we was talking about, that they use that right there to not pay guys, right? Running
Yeah.
back, what have you. Oh, you might be injured, this, that, and the other. They know this guy can probably run his ass off for a while. Oh, we'll get another guy. But again, for me in the NFL, except for, you could say quarterback, but I think, NFL, I feel like every position is interchangeable. Like you can swap a guy out and bring a guy, you might never know who this guy is, and then you win a goddamn championship. You understand? Obviously,
that's why the Patriots were so good for so long because of that right there.
There you go.
Yeah, so that
Plug and
drive,
play, like Bill was call it.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta run the ball though, man. You have to.
For
You
sure.
have to.
And they only giving running backs like 3 or 4 years.
Have
They
to.
only-
That's true.
If look at Atlanta wins the Super Bowl, they run the ball. Period.
Yeah,
They run
True.
the Super Bowl.
they run the ball.
Seattle wins the Super Bowl if they run the ball.
There you go. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, you go. I forgot about that. Yeah, you
Ball on
gotta
that
run that
analytics,
rock,
man.
man.
But the analytics saying throwing the ball, the quarterback, the percentage of him throwing the ball, and all this ratio shit. That's why. What you think make Mahomes so great? The analytics that they got running in KC is superb.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me,
Hey,
because they putting it in the right position, and they got the quarterback who can give them the analytics.
Mahomes do that ball fake.
Playoffs beans. Didn't Pacheco for Kansas City was toting that thing. Like,
He was though toting it, but
in the playoffs.
but what happened to Pacheco in the playoffs? He was nobody
No, he was running that shit in the playoffs.
in the playoffs. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the championship
Pacheco's
game.
gonna be the
though.
feature back.
Yeah,
In the
he's gonna be the-
championship game, it came down to Mahomes.
yeah, but that's.
But they just don't run the ball like they used to in the
Like
NFL.
they
And even when the running backs, they dump it in the backfield. The running game is not. They don't run the ball.
Well, I agree, but I think it depends on the team. Baltimore gonna run that bitch.
Yep.
Yeah,
They gonna
and
run
they keep
it.
losing.
But throw,
Tennessee gonna run it when they had
Tennessee
Henry.
gonna run the ball.
And they ain't been in the playoffs in a few years. You got to pass. It's a passing league.
It's a
Trevor.
passing
It is what
league.
it
You
is.
have to throw
for
it.
sure.
You
But I
have
would
to
think
throw
the
it.
passing will open up the running a little more, but
That's true.
they stick to the passing,
Yeah, because if you look at the numbers, Mahomes' numbers wasn't great through that playoff run.
Nope.
They was okay.
Right.
Defense.
Yep.
Right.
It was defense.
Yep.
And defense and Pacheco running. That's what it was.
That got
Yeah,
them.
And he makes plays in the key
Makes the
time of
right
games.
pass
In the
at the
end.
He
right
makes the plays
Yo,
at the right
he
time.
He
There
makes
you
those
go.
plays when it
He
counts,
makes
man.
those plays at the
Yeah,
right time.
When it counts, man.
When
That
they
last
needed it, he
drive,
was
think
passing
about
that
it.
ball.
And then if you look at them, okay, Baltimore go back to what they do. What got them there? If they run the ball, they might have knocked Kansas City up out of there. That's their fault that they decided to fucking drop Lamar back like he's
true.
Right.
Joe Montana. You know what I'm saying?
But they was trying to.
They
But you know
gotta
what?
wait
Stat-
for what they do.
But
They
Stat-
gotta wait.
Facts. What they was trying to do was to prove to the league that my boy can be a drop back and kick
Exactly.
the ball out. They was trying to. It was an ego thing, trying to prove like, oh, y'all don't think Lamar could just run the ball? What, he's just a black running quarterback? No, he can throw the rock too. So when they forced him in that situation, what you
Yeah, that
think?
was a bad game plan.
But
That
I
was a
feel like
bad
he's-
game. That was a bad
Yeah, then you
coaching.
look at the Giants. when Saquon was running that rock, they was good. You know what I'm saying? They was good. That 1 year, Saquon got Daniel Jones paid that year. That was the only reason he got paid.
But then the Giants got Saquon hurt.
Yeah, because they ran the shit out of him.
They
did a lot of dumping, dick and dunk out the backfield too. Yeah, in the Super Bowl, Pacheco didn't even get 60 yards. Mahomes,
that's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, it's a passing league. That's what it is.
I mean, it's hard to get run on that ball in that San Fran D though. Kurt Warner ain't having that. He ain't having. He's gonna chase you down. That San Fran front four and the linebackers, that's a tough one.
Those years of Curtis Martin and all those dudes running for 17, 1800 yards.
Kansas City got themselves another Tyreek Hill.
That's what, who they picked up, what the kid's name is?
Some kid named Xavier Worthy.
Yep, Worthy. I seen him play. What did he play? Texas?
Yeah,
Texas.
I seen him.
Another Tyreek Hill. That's what they say.
Yo, he's fast as shit, y'all. I seen the kid playing. Yo, the kid's fast as shit. Yo, if they got that kid, that's
crazy. KC's gonna be tough again, man.
Yo, KC know how to back it up, bro. That's picking up from Tyreek. Okay, we lost Tyreek. That kid Worthy is good. I watched him.
Yo, shout out to Mahomes. I thought he would take a back step without Tyreek. He shut me up, dog. He did.
I tell y'all,
man.
Magic Pat was the magic.
I thought so too.
I did, Stoney. I thought he's taking a step back without Tyreek.
Magic Pat,
I'm
man.
on
Don't
him.
forget that
Ben
dude,
Wise,
man.
I'm on him next year. Ben Wise,
Don't
I'm on
forget
him.
that dude, yo. I'm trying to tell you, he's the new face of the NFL, bro. There's no better quarterback than Pat Mahomes right now.
When Kelsey was washed out, that motherfucker was playing possum, dog.
Yeah, we was playing possum.
Yo, guys,
possum, dog.
I'm about to wrap this show up. I really appreciate Shizzy coming on, and he came and he dropped, got in on the NFL talk, got on some football talk, knowing that he's a big time basketball guy, him and Stacks, and so I appreciate you coming through and staying on and for the duration and talking a little bit of NFL. And you're always welcome to come back again. The playoffs is running through, man. We got a long
way to go, man.
You're welcome.
We got a long way to go, man.
When it gets more heated up and you got things to say, you want to get it, you're always welcome to come on. I will always send you that link, man. That's not an issue. And I appreciate it deeply.
Have a great night.
Yes, you have a good night, Shizzy, man. Thanks for coming through. Enough respect. So guys, it was nice, man. We had a good show today. We ran down a lot of stuff, man. We talked about basketball. We talked about the Celtics. We even gave them a little bit of Bruins talk in the beginning of the show. And I know Doe probably got something to say, but we gonna what you got, some bets going on? You got some parlays? What you got?
Nah, just don't forget the matchups. The Champions League is this Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Wednesday. So we will be doing a show on.
We recap that next Sunday. I'll give you
next Sunday. Oh well, you won't be here on Thursday. I forgot. That was just a once and that was a special occasion last Thursday with Shizzy on the show.
Yeah, I'm back to my regular scheduled program.
Okay,
but Sean, I'll be back on Sunday with the.
So Sean, we will go through. I will put that on the schedule.
Yeah,
I will put that on there. Is this the final?
No, these 4 teams left. So
4 teams. So this is the semi.
Can you see? Yeah, so I'll it's PSG versus Dortmund and Real Madrid versus Bayern. So
okay.
We'll go through it next first leg. So we'll go through it next Sunday.
Sounds good, man. What up, Jolly? I'm gonna say what's up to Jolly. Jay Jolly, man, out of Canton, my Jamaican brother who is a soccer fan. He's a big soccer guy. He still plays soccer, like in the older men's league. And shout out to Jay Jolly. But Jay Jolly, he shouts out Sean. He says enough. He tells me, he says, "Yo, your boy Sean know his stuff, man." He said he laughs at us because he said, "You guys, all 3 of y'all, the other 3 of y'all be sitting there like y'all don't know what the hell Sean talking about." But he said Sean be putting down some good knowledge on the soccer, and he appreciates that. So we got to keep doing that.
We got different specialists here.
We got different specialists here. So that's what he said. He said he appreciates that Sean has that soccer knowledge, and
what's
stuff
up.
like that. And you know, he talks about that. I think yesterday he missed the game to go. You know,
See Messi, yeah, they had
yes,
60.
he missed that.
They said
He
the
missed
regulars
that
was
game
in that
yesterday to
stadium
go.
attendance.
Yes, he missed that game yesterday.
Most
He
ever
had
be at that
tickets.
stadium
He
ever,
had
even
tickets.
more than the Patriots. That's crazy.
Yes, they said it was a sold out game. He told me it was sold out. He had 2 tickets to go see Messi, but you know what? He went and saw his daughter dance.
That's
So
what's
he
up.
gave up the 2 tickets. But yeah, but he said he's
Wow.
seen Messi once in his lifetime before.
Okay.
So when he was much younger. But he says shout out to Sean though. He always tell your boy
Appreciate you,
Sean Doe,
fam.
man. I appreciate him running down some of that soccer stuff, and you know, because it's good that we talk about that. So we always gotta include some of this international
Yes,
sport.
sir. Yes, sir.
So yes, Stacks, man, thanks for all your help and your work, facilitating, you know, Shizzy on the show and things like that. So I appreciate it. And obviously, you know, you guys, man, with the gear, man, enough respect. Y'all guys do that thing. Y'all look sharp on here, man. Bruins, Celtics, y'all be doing it, man. Enough
I
respect.
got
Y'all
something
make,
Tony Sunday though. I got something for you though.
y'all make the team
Yo,
look
hey,
good,
I'm looking
man.
forward to it, man. Then I'll have something for you later on down the
There you
line.
go. I
man.
like that. Man. Y'all
I
make
got
the
some shit in
team
the
look
cut
good, man.
too. I'm managing my shit because you know it's gonna be a long you know season, man. You know.
So with that being said, guys, I appreciate everything. I'll see you guys. Please, people, like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button.
One last thing though, what Stephen A. Smith called the league office on Russell Westbrook for something?
Oh,
Really?
that's
I
for
didn't
another
research
show.
that. I didn't know that.
Let's talk about that on. Let's talk about that on. That's real
Hey,
talk. Let's talk about that on Thursday night. Let's leave that for a Thursday
Damn,
night show.
thanks for telling me that, Stacks. I'll send me the link or whatever. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I gotta look into that too.
Let's look into that. Stephen A. is getting very heated right now. He's bringing a lot of hot water on himself.
He's getting old, Stephen A.
You know
getting
what I mean?
old.
He's bringing a lot of hot water. He's talking out his side of his neck and all kind of stuff. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all in the show. Please, people, once again, like, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate everybody engaging. And yo, we'll see you.
Much love, y'all.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.